This video is based on the technical analysis of FileCoin, and as you guys can see at this point in time, we find ourselves on the monthly chart. And in regards to the monthly chart, we can see that we actually have some very interesting price action movement. In fact, at this point in time, I would say we're almost ready to see price start to move up. Why do I say so? That is because, guys, if you were to look at this chart, which is the monthly chart, as I'd said, we had this overextended M structure over here, which had a neckline at that point, and the structure actually started at this point, right? Price went up, gave us a very nice M structure, and I believe that at this point in time, the double top or M structure has closed itself by reaching this level over here, right? So that structure is complete in as far as, starting where it started and completing its movement in line more or less where it had started. So what this means, in my very humble opinion, is that we're almost ready to see price start to move up, especially because also we have this candlestick over here, and what it is a bullish candlestick with a small body and quite a long upper wick. And where this wick ends at the top, we have a lot of liquidity there. And as I always say, liquidity is actually money that needs to be triggered by the market at one point or another. And before we actually buy, I would say, if you were to actually pay attention to this area over here, you would see that we actually have what seems to be a double bottom or W structure, which has a neckline more or less at that point. I would say before we actually start to buy, we should rather wait for price to actually close sufficiently above. Let me just actually zoom in. Price to actually close sufficiently above this neckline, and once the market does so, I believe that we should then wait for the market, or rather price, to come back to the neckline to give it a test. And where we have that neckline is where I would look for potential buy opportunities. And if we do indeed find any good buy opportunities in and around this level, which is where we have the neckline of this double bottom, I would say we should hold up until price reaches this level over here, which is, if I can just zoom out, where we have that candlestick that I spoke about that's carrying all of that liquidity, right? So at this point in time, as I said, guys, we should start getting ready to, look for buy opportunities. However, as I said, the best thing to do, in my very humble opinion, is to rather wait for price to close sufficiently above that neckline of this W structure. And once we do indeed find any good buy opportunities where the neckline is, especially if it aligns with any key numbers that we have in regards to the Fibonacci retracement tool, I would say we should hold up until price reaches this point, and at that level, which is a very strong level of resistance, as we had multiple rejections in around that area, is where I believe we should take profit.